In this episode, we're going to talk about how to offer a dog training guarantee without coming across as a used car salesman or lying or being disingenuous. And we're also going to talk a little bit about refund policies. Hey, my name is Adam Katz for dogtrainertoolbox.com. We run Google ads for over 60 dog training business owners, presumably just like yourself. We've helped over 100 dog trainers grow their dog training business and be incredibly successful. If you're new to the channel, a little bit about myself, so you know I'm not just yapping and I actually have the experience to back up what I'm telling you. I've owned 3 dog training businesses in 2 different states over the past 25 years. I've also owned a subscription membership-based website called dogproblems.com, which that project has since sunset, but went on for, I can't remember, about 17, 18 years and ended up making us over $6 million and did really, really well. So I know a little bit about the dog training industry. Here's the question that comes up. We're talking about copywriting. Copywriting is writing the persuasive text that goes on everything that you do, from your website to your advertisements, to your billboards, to your postcards, to your brochures, to your business cards, whatever it may be. And I gave as an example of a really good headline. It wasn't one that I've used, but a really good headline is a benefit-oriented headline. One like, your dog off-leash reliable in 21 days or less, guaranteed. And the question came up, how can you offer a guarantee? How can you guarantee anything when it comes to dog training? So let's unpack this a little bit, especially if you've seen the contract that I used to use, which you can get at dogtrainertoolbox.com. You'll notice there's a paragraph in that contract that says no cash refunds. So how do I reconcile that with offering a guarantee without being a sleazebag? Here's how we do it. So for starters, and I don't know why some of you, your minds are going off in this direction. Some of you are equating a guarantee with a lifetime guarantee or a money back guarantee. That's not what we were offering. And we would tell them that up front and also in the contract. My guarantee was that I will keep working with you as long as you're putting in the effort for as long as it takes for you to get the results. And the reality is that the training works really, really well. The dog picks it up really quick. The weak spot in this entire business is that you are dependent upon the owner to put in the work. Even if it's a board and train, board and train doesn't mean that the dog's going to be a robot when you give it back to them. It means that you're doing 80% of the work and they're doing 20% of the work. Whereas with private lessons, they're doing 80% of the work and you're doing 20% of the work. I think I got that right. I hope I didn't switch that up and basically say the same thing. So anyways, you're telling them all of this up front. And I don't want somebody that's going home unhappy. I mean, if they're not quite satisfied with the results that they've received, or they need a little bit more help and they're willing to put in more time and more effort, I'm more than happy to keep working with them for whatever it takes. Now, I decide, obviously, if they're just coming to do it as a social activity or an excuse to get out of the house, that's a whole other thing, and we can address that in another video. But the majority of the time, people are really, really happy with the results. And the ones who legitimately feel like they need more help, I'm just going to give it to them. I was charging enough money for our programs that for the few and far in between that did need extra help, it more than justified it. And those people end up becoming true believers and will refer you to all of their friends and family because you went the extra, what's the expression, the extra mile in order to make sure that they got what they wanted. Now, you're probably sitting there thinking, but Adam, aren't I going to get in trouble if I offer a guarantee in my advertising and then my contract says no cashback refunds? No, you won't. That phrase in the contract, no cashback refunds, is there so that if you do happen to get some scam artist who comes in, he's going to see that in the contract and it's going to maybe hopefully persuade him from going into it thinking, I'll just ask for a refund when we're done. And that does work, but it does not work 100%. In addition to that, you will find people who, maybe through no fault of their own, you just discover something about the dog that they didn't tell you about, or they demonstrate to you that they're a difficult person to work with, and you've done what you're going to do, and you're just like, listen, I can't deal with you anymore. And that happens a lot. Those people, if you get into a conflict with them, okay, and they feel like they got the short end of the stick. They are going to cost you more money, way more money than the money that you made off that one transaction with them. Meaning they're going to go home and they're going to get on Google and they're going to get on Facebook and they're going to get on Yelp and they're going to write horrible, horrible reviews and say terrible, terrible things about you and your family because they feel that they lost, that they were wronged. Okay, so to get around that and to prevent that from happening, what you're going to do is when you get to that point where you simply cannot make them happy, you can't work with them anymore. Maybe you don't want to work with them anymore. Whatever it is, you know what, Mr. Simpson, here you go. Here's your money back. I'm really sorry we couldn't help you. Even though the contract says no cash refunds, what you're doing is you're paying them to go away. And what happens is they're leaving thinking that they won. And what happens is they go home, they have their money in hand, okay, and they're not writing negative reviews about you. I had to do this a lot. Part of it's because I have a low tolerance for bullshit. And it wasn't that, we had so many people trying to scam us. It was more just with dog training, and you'll find this the longer you've been in the business, you get a lot of crazies. You get a lot of people that are just absolutely nuts. And I don't have the patience to deal with that. So when I got to a point where I was like, you know what, I can't coddle this person's ego anymore. It makes more sense. I'm losing sleep over this. It's causing me like emotional distress dealing with this person. So I would pay them to go away. They would leave. Maybe they take their money and go hire another dog trainer. Who knows? They're out of your life. Good riddance. Guess what? The next consultation is going to show up in 15 minutes, and I'm going to sign him and make all that money back, and everybody's going to be happy. So again, to reiterate, that no cash refunds clause is not there because you're not going to be issuing cash refunds. If you think that just because legally you don't have to offer a cash refund, you are sadly mistaken because you are going to pay for it in so many other ways. So pay them to leave. Give them the money back if they want it. If you cannot resolve the situation, even though you did the work and you showed up and you spent the time and you invested the energy and the skills and you did everything on your end, okay, there are going to be some clients you just simply cannot make happy. Pay them to leave. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you offer the guarantee. The guarantee, and again, you got to tell them up front, when they come in for the consultation, this is the way it works. I guarantee that you will get those results. If you don't, we will keep working with you until you do. The reality is most people do not want to put in work. They say they do, but they don't. And they're going to leave before you're done with them rather than them wanting more of you than you're willing to give. Those people who want to keep working and keep getting better, those people should be embraced and cherished. Hey, I've rambled on enough and taken up enough of your time. If you need to grow your dog training business, if you need a consistent stream of new desperate dog owners calling you each and every day, each and every week, each and every month with money in hand, and I mean people who are actively looking for what it is that you have to offer, I have found that Google Ads is one of the best ways to get those people. The problem is that just like dog trainers, guys who run Google Ads are not all the same. We have the experience and the firsthand experience and the knowledge and the skill set to go into your market and completely dominate. You need to hire, if not me, somebody like me. You need a shark on your side working to get you the type and the quality and the volume of clients that you deserve in order to get your business from where it is right now to the next level. Again, check out dogtrainertoolbox.com. We got a lot there for you to offer. And in the upper left-hand corner, there's a box that says Expert Google Ads Management for Dog Trainers Only. Click on that box. You can read through that page. If it makes sense, there's a link to my calendar app in the bottom. You can click on it and schedule a free 30-minute conversation with me to find out if what we're doing to help over 60 other dog training business owners just like yourself to grow their business and see if it would be a good fit for helping you to grow your dog training business too. I'm Adam Katz. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one, guys.